Paramedic does a good title.
I did. This is the longest one I did to date.
Uh, well, it better be. Oof. You think of how much I use Excel, I'd be better at it.
It's from all the clicking and shit I hear over there, and it's not going well. That guy swore on stream, but that's alright. Pop up.
It's going alright.
Pop up. Oh, yeah, Max is out. Anyway, we're live once again from the North American E-Racing League. Tonight we got some cutoff action at Talladega. I am K Keenan's 22, and this with me as always is Ellie Allen. How are you, Mr. Allen? You ready for some Talladega?
I'm ready for. I'm reluctant because lag. So.
Fair. There are some contingency plans in place in case the servers do pull a fast one on us. So I think we'll be able to get it in. I think they're just starting qualifying now.
Yeah. We should be able to get in. The truck race got in, right? You finished the truck race.
We luckily did not get lag for the pseudo third stage that we put in place.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, the Xfinity race from yesterday has been rescheduled.
It has. So 704 has been dropping the ball as of late.
I think we're doing a doubleheader on Sunday. I think that's the last I've heard. So.
I guess you'll find out. Nothing has been officially announced yet.
No, I think that's the plan. I think because some people can't make the last race, if we move every race back,
right?
Date.
Absolutely.
I think some people can't make the last race.
Well, I mean, we don't want to. Go ahead.
I'd say if some people are in the championship race for a championship and they can't make the last race because of other commitments, then that kind of sucks. So.
Right. Well, we also don't want to push it past Christmas because a lot of people are traveling around shortly before and definitely after Christmas. So
that might be some of the reasons that some people can't make it. So.
But speaking of tonight, since it's a cutoff race, the guys who were on the outside looking in is NR Lewis here in the Martin Truex Jr. 19 car, and we got Sharp in the he's in the Chase Elliott mobile.
Mm-hmm. Lewis is 7 points back, and Sharp is 22. So Sharp is in a must win. I'm feeling Lewis. He doesn't have to win, but he's got to get a lot of stage points.
He does. He's gonna really have to. He's really gonna have to outpoint Jagboy or Gator because Gator's plus 10, Jagboy's plus 7. Those are really the two that are in danger here.
Killen's only plus 12, so
right.
He's not out of the way. Draven is plus a lot, so I think he's good. And,
I think
Hurd, I think Hurd just has to start. I think he's pretty much a lock, and Max is already a lock because he's won both the races of the round. So
Max,
even if he didn't win, he still probably would have been a lock. So
I have the Jimmy Johnson paid pack. Oh, nice, cool.
Oh, you have to pay for that pack? Oh,
that's what it says. I don't know. Anyway.
I was wondering why I didn't have it.
Let's see where they're at in qualifying. But this should be a cutoff race. One of the things that I'm thinking for tonight is since a lot of these guys are points racing, I don't think we'll see the high lane rolling quite as much as we hope, unfortunately. No. Unless it comes down to the very end of a stage.
Yeah. We did get the first stage of the Xfinity race in yesterday. We had some lag effect like everybody, but yeah, we ran pretty much on the bottom. I'm in a point situation, and I was in third, and I just ran in third the whole stage on the bottom. So
right, and I think that's what that's what you can expect. Probably Killen, Gator, and Jag to do at least. Draven he'll probably go with his teammates. Kill him and Jag, but
Draven's pretty much a lock. I mean, he's like 17, 18 or something like that. So
19.
He 19, yeah. So
didn't you just pace it over to Excel? Come on now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't have I just have the total points. I don't have the above the cut line.
Goodness gracious.
I can get that. I'll get that.
Meanwhile, pen and paper over here. Just because I don't want to use the old computer at the moment. I hope Draven's running that American Eagle scheme. That's just a wonderful paint job right there. So, who is your pick to win since Max... I mean, I know Max doesn't normally like the super speedways, but who do you think is going to be a force here tonight?
Hmm. Gator did win
He did.
this race earlier in the year. Or he won Dega, right? Yeah.
He did. We were, I believe
K-Bar
we were
was
in the
up
booth
there
for
as
that.
well.
Yes, he
Yeah, I
was.
believe we were. I'm not sure about Daytona. I think Draven won the first Daytona race.
He did. It seems like forever and a half ago at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it's been like 3 months, I think.
It's been a while.
So, I don't remember who won the other Daytona race. That's besides the point. You know what? I gotta pick my man Sharp to upset it.
All
I'm
right.
picking Sharp.
Fair.
First one of the season.
I mean,
Get it?
he's always shows speed, so I could see that happening here.
Yeah.
I think I know you already heard really likes the plate tracks. He's usually up front all the time, and he's not afraid to try the high lane, so that might benefit him as long as he gets enough people to go with him. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. These are always wild cards.
Yeah.
Lewis is generally pretty close to the front a lot of the time as well, but just to shake things up, I'll jump on the Sharp train too.
Oh, let's go Sharp.
I'll jump on the Sharp train.
I feel so bad for him because the first stage of the round he was down 11 points or something. He really good. He needed a really good night. Got some stage points and finished second in Kentucky. And he was actually up on the cut line.
Right.
I'm like, oh man, we're going to the Roval. He's good at road courses,
Yes,
and then we got Dega. I mean, I'm liking his chances. And then he missed the Roval race because he had to work.
Yeah, that was unfortunate right there.
Yeah, he got put on a different boat, and his schedule changed from what it normally is, and yeah, it kind of sucks.
I didn't see what scheme Sharp was running. I was trying to find it.
But yeah, so I mean, he was looking really good going into the second race, and he didn't make it. So we're gonna back him to win tonight. Put some faith in my boy. See what he does.
Well, I mean, he's your teammate. You got to put a little faith in him. I mean,
yes, sir.
I mean, I'm secretly rooting for Lewis a little bit, but he's not in quite a must-win situation. I just think for entertainment value, Sharp winning would just be off the charts.
That would be no. That would shake a lot of things up,
especially with how tight.
4th through 6th star.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah,
even if like 3rd through 6th too, like they're not too far apart. But if somebody has a bad night within those guys, they could be out the playoffs for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and then especially if Lewis gets a bunch of stage points.
Exactly.
It's gonna be feisty.
Absolutely. Looks like Kelvin got the pole. Killam qualified 2nd, Crunch in 3rd, K-Bart 4th, Ronnie in 5th, Draven in 6th, Wasted in 7th, the poop man himself. I cannot. Gators in 8th, Herd is in 9th. I don't see who's in 10th. Swamp Fox is in 11th.
A lot of the playoff guys aren't at the front.
Let's see. Jagboy's 10th. Sharp is 12th, so that's not good.
It's not good.
Pick is already not doing good things.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. He doesn't really need stage points. He just needs to win. So.
Right. Facts. That's fair.
I mean, if he wins both stages, he's got a chance. But
oh, absolutely. But that's pretty.
That's unlikely, especially at Dega. So.
Especially if you're starting. I think he was in 12th. That'll be pretty tough scene for him to get all the way up there in one stage. I think they do have to pit, if I'm not mistaken, in each stage.
I believe so. Don't quote me on that, but I think so.
We were messing around in a lobby earlier to test out the lag and whatnot, and they were really long. We just started causing cautions at some point just so we could get it over with a hair faster. It was pretty entertaining, but I think the first stage was 29 and then 25 and then I think 38 or so, if I'm not mistaken.
Makes sense.
It's gonna be pretty long.
Yeah, 94 laps.
Yes, 94 laps.
That's an FG race. Oof.
Yeah, I think I mathed out correctly.
I'm not looking forward to the longer races if I move up the Cup.
That is, I will say that's one thing I'm glad I don't. Well, one reason I'm glad I'm not in Cup anymore, to be honest with you.
Actually, it's there's pros and cons. The cons is it takes freaking forever to run a race, but the pros are you can actually throw some strategy in there, unlike the other two series where you just kind of
You
go
just gotta
split.
be fast and go.
Yeah. You can't pit during the stages. I mean, you can, but it'd be dumb. And then you have to split the third stage in half, and that's all you got. So like,
All right, we
at
have
least
gotten.
with Cup you can. At least with Cup you can.
Right, we have gotten the go ahead to join. So let's hop in there. Look at it. I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, sometimes these aren't the most exciting races to watch, but here we go.
No, but
Let me hit that.
don't be honest.
Let me hit that slider 9.
Ooh.
All right. Now, when you join a super speedway, what presets do you normally look for?
I generally, well, especially specifically for Xfinity. Shout out to any Xfinity guys watching. About to hear my strategy for Sunday. I generally run a tighter setup. Try to save the tires. So in the last stage, you have less tire wear, and you can kind of get away with taking half a can if you can save some fuel.
Right. I mean, it makes sense because I think in these first 2 stages for sure. Oh my. So that's interesting.
I'm not liking that.
The 24 is on top of the 88.
Oh, I saw that. Looks like it's getting out.
It has cleared, so we're good for now. We do have.
Just by the way, we have. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we have a contingency plan in case this this session is jacked by lag, for lack of a better term.
We'll explain it if it's necessary.
Yes, if we get there, we'll talk about it while they.
But what I was gonna say is what's been happening was the whole server lags and all the cars just lag uncontrollably.
Just a well made game and peripherals.
Yeah, and then what will happen is we'll be kicked out of the race.
Yes.
So once we get kicked out of the race, if we do, then we'll share with you the plan.
Assuming they get to that point.
Actually, to be fair, we could get kicked and they could still be racing and be fine.
Correct.
Honestly.
Yes.
Aggressive.
Ooh, Sharp making his way up a little bit there. He just needs to be careful. I hear cars crunching. Very briefly.
I saw 224 cars.
Can we talk about that high lane right now?
Yeah, everybody on the bottom died.
Sharp didn't go up there. Did you say you saw 224 cars?
I thought I did. Maybe that was like Killam's car that looked similar to Kelvin's.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
They look kind of similar.
They're pretty similar. That high lane is just popping right now. As Lewis...
But I would like to point out that Sharp's up to like 6th, and he started at 12th.
Right. Lewis and Joe are on the bottom there, and Swamp's swerving a little bit, trying to... That's the last thing you want to do on that high line. I think Jim... Oh, that's Ronnie on the top right there.
Yeah, it is Ronnie. I want to be honest, this is surprising. Who's all the way on the wall? Somebody was all the way down against the wall in the back straight away.
I think it's Jim. Because he's the only one off the pace. This is going to make it real.
That would be a Jim thing to do.
Yeah, Jim does what Jim wants.
Looked like Killam was that. I think Killam was trying to shuffle out. Is that Swamp in 17?
Yeah, it is. That is Swamp.
I think he was trying to shuffle him out. I was gonna say it looked like he was diving to the bottom, but he was clearly not clear. So
I know when you're on that, I saw him at least from our view. It was he was going back and forth a little bit, and that's the last thing you want to do on the top lane. As it looks like Kelvin is off the pace as well.
Yeah, it looks like we got 4 cars. We kind of lost the draft.
As Lewis and you already heard take a peek out here. Ronnie,
I'm not sure if I would have done that because you just put the pure teammates right together.
They're having a little peer party down there, just the two of them.
Yes, sir.
Or is it a peer date?
I'm gonna be honest. Ronnie did not make the playoffs. Sharp is in the playoffs, so don't be surprised if you see the 21 pushing the 9 later tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say right now for the elite guys, Lewis and Hurt are backwards at the moment.
Yeah, so it's pure on the bottom. But
what happened to Gator?
Death. Oh, is that him all the way back there?
Yeah, it's him, Wasted, and Kelvin back here, and then Jim is...
Oh, you know farther on?
Yeah, Jim's
I'm not sure.
in a whole different zip code
The
from the
the
track.
the first lap or two was a little scruffy, a little beating and banging, walling. So that's probably what happened.
I am enjoying the fact that these guys are doing the complete opposite of what I said and actually trying the high lane.
That's true. Ronnie went up high. That's kind of surprising. I wonder if once Sharp gets clear, I wonder if he comes to the bottom and gets behind Sharp.
That would be interesting. Well,
I think that would be the move.
I think, well, at this point we can say if they get clear, that top lane's holding it together pretty good.
And Draven moves up to the top. Nice. Okay. Well,
as we are focused on the Season 1 champion here. Sir Champion. From Homestead. Oh, yeah, he was really good at Homestead. That was the season I was in. I can't remember who won last year. I always forget.
I don't remember either.
This
I'm
is
gonna
bad.
go with Draven. I don't remember.
I don't think
Give me a
so.
second. Give me a second. I got you.
Anyway, we're just going to keep watching this. The fact that this just shows you how overpowered the bottom lane is right now, because those three cars are holding their own against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cars on the top. So they have
This is
over 2 times as many, and they're just, the top lane's not making any ground. And one of the things, like, as I think it was mentioned on Tuesday when I went back and watched on iRacing, this is totally different, because if you had all these guys like giving you bumps and stuff, that momentum just transfers forward compared to in this game, where when you get that huge run, if you run into the back of somebody, it's like just run into a brick wall. You'll give them a little bit of a shove, but that momentum just does not propel that guy forward as much as you want it to.
Oh, we had a radio the last race. Last season.
We had a what?
We had the radio. Whoever did it had the radio broadcast the last race because of the lag.
Oh yeah. And now the top lane's coming in.
Did Shadowhawk win? I think Shadowhawk
yes,
won.
He did.
The 43?
Yes.
So it was Shadowhawk. Yeah.
Apologies. I should have known that. I was in the booth.
Yeah, I should have too. That was one of the... Anywho.
Ooh, kill him into the wall. We'll see if that kills the outside lane's momentum here. Ronnie with the All-Star scheme tonight, doing a little something different.
I like it.
I feel like that's been the pure motto. Oh, now the top lanes are really coming in though. Once they get formed up and they get rolling, then that's when the top lane really comes in. But I still think the bottom is extremely. I mean, I think it's where you want to be. But clearly these guys are proving me wrong at the moment.
I feel like it's just safer.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, where I would want to be at the moment is either in Draven or Swamp Shoes right now, because they're at the tail end of that. Ooh, Draven on his way to the bottom.
That's what I expected some people to do at the back.
Mm-hmm.
People that are at the back get in the front of the bottom.
Ooh, Killam came down. Yeah, Jag's trying to come down too.
Everybody's coming down now. And then Hurd and Lewis go to the top. They're just doing the opposite of everybody.
Yeah, you might as well. It's the first stage, and it's long enough to where I think once pit stops come in, you can either lose some ground or make it up.
That's fair. So
that outside lane just steamrolled those guys on the bottom. But that's the thing is, yeah, I know in the trucks and I think Xfinity too. If those guys jump up and they see it not moving, then they just head right back to the bottom. You have to make it. You have to ride it out for multiple laps. Like it took those guys 5 laps to get past those 3 cars on the bottom, but
pretty much, yeah.
You have to stick with it for multiple laps to make it work, and everybody has to be formed up, which if you're on a wheel it's not super hard, but if you're on a controller it's a little bit harder to make the top lane work because you're constantly trying to correct where you're going.
I'm gonna be honest, if you have a good solid leader, it's a lot easier to follow.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that's partly why at the beginning we saw we've got people coming outside here.
We got the whole TJR plus Crunch rolling, and Swamp too. The TJR crew and plus those two rolling. Here comes Hurd and K-Bart. Oh, Sharp K-Bart Oh my god. Herd, Sharp, K-Bart, and Lewis on the bottom. So now this will even out, and I think that bottom lane will prevail, but continue. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off too much.
Well, that's fine. It happens all the time. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Thanks.
We were talking about the top lane?
No, I was talking about something else, and then people went top, and I commented, and then you cut me off. Don't remember me.
Well, you know.
It's probably wasn't important.
Everything's important in Talladega.
Side drafting. I was going to comment that Sharp and Lewis were hanging off the back of everybody, so I'm like, they're probably saving fuel. But now they're not, so they're probably not.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, now they're pretty single file. I mean, I don't know how many laps are left in the stage. If I had to guess, probably 15 or so.
I'll get you next time they come around. But yeah. They only got 8 laps of fuel.
Let's check. So Wasted, Gator, and I believe that's Jimbo. Is that Jimbo?
No, Jim's farther behind them.
That's Kelvin. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're just kind of back here riding.
They're coming to 16.
That was a pretty good guess.
And they got 7 laps of fuel. So.
Yeah, so I think the move is run it out and take no tires, and then just take tires at the stage break. I think that's the universal.
Yes, that is what you'll do. But the question is, do you take half a can or a full can?
Whatever you need to get to the finish.
I know. What I'm saying is, I think if you're 9 laps short like they are, I think you're going to have to take a full can, while it's Sharp and Lewis back here who are kind of laying off, just kind of saving. They might only take half a can. Their pit stop will be about 4 seconds shorter. And they'll jump to the lead.
So, from what I'm seeing, or what I've seen, just kind of like watching these guys, I think everybody's been in the draft enough. The only person I would say has been leading the most would be Ronnie. Because he was at the top of the first, he was, oh my god, I can't speak. He was the first one on the top lane, and he was the first one on the bottom lane for a period of time. So he's probably used the most fuel. So I would be curious to see where he comes out relative to these other guys, because I know Lewis has been behind Sharp and Herd for the most part. I don't know, it's just a thought. These 5
yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think the people at the back right now, especially, I mean, I've been at the back of like a 10-car train.
Oh yeah,
and if you're 8th or 9th, you can save so much more fuel than the person in 2nd or 3rd.
Right, because you're literally on the throttle, like the quarter of a throttle.
Yeah, the whole way around the track. So, the people at the back here, like Sharp, Lewis, K-Bart, who've been out the back for a while, I think they'll be 1 or 2 laps better. Will they be able to take a half a can? Probably. Will the people up in front take a half a can? Maybe. They might be able to do it, but the people at the back will be a lot more comfortable doing it.
Right.
I can say for sure. So we'll see. I don't know how much half a can is. I feel like it's probably 6 or 7 laps, right? I mean, it's gonna be close.
I think a few. Well, so you said they're coming to 16 to go. If it was 29 laps, and it was 16. It's about 20 laps. So five laps. I think they need to take a full can. If my math is correct.
I think I agree with you. So the people at the back might be able to take only half a can.
I think Sharp is really trying to save fuel because he's just lacking off of. You already heard, and Lewis is kind of pushing him in the bumper there.
Right.
There's Jim.
I pulled up the stream to see if anybody was watching. We got Kevin here asking if Sharp is racing or working, and luckily when I saw that you were on Sharp's car, so Sharp is racing tonight. Didn't have to work. I think he's back on his normal boat now, if I'm not mistaken. So he should be back on the schedule. He should be able to make most of the races.
He is 22 points down from the cut, so he's got to get some stage points here if he wants any chance, and more than likely a win.
Yes. Sharp fan out there. While we got some downtime, have you seen the title of my YouTube video from today?
I have not.
Okay.
Don't self-promote. Get out of here.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not self-promoting. I'm just saying, but the race was at the trucks at Sonoma. Thanks, Gator, for making us race Sonoma. And my question,
we got guys coming in.
Dang it! Oh, okay. I'll bring it up in the second stage.
We got Ronnie, Sharp, Herd, and Lewis came in really hot.
And K-Bart. I don't know if you said K-Bart.
I was getting there.
All right, I'm going to be on board with K-Bart here. We're going to see how long he stopped for.
All right, I will go to the leaders then.
Yep, we're going to...
TJR plus Crunch and...
Okay, this would have me think that all these guys are in the same...
I would think
party,
so as well. I know
if they're pitting together.
I would imagine so as well.
That was about 4 seconds, 5 seconds. I think that's half a can.
Yeah, because...
Might be mistaken. I feel like a full can's probably closer to 8 or 9.
I think a full can... So think of... You put in 2 cans, right, when you take 4 tires.
Yeah.
So a normal stop is 15 seconds. But
okay, so that might have been a full can.
I think it probably was. Because you're generally waiting on tires for a second as well. You're just trying to stuff as much fuel in. But the TJR party plus Swamp and Crunch have come in as well.
Yeah, I'm actually going to count here on Draven for how long he stopped for.
Too big, too strong, too American. One of the best paint schemes in the game right there.
Yeah, okay, that was about 9 seconds on Draven,
that's
so that was definitely a full can. Yeah, we'll see where they come out relative to Ronnie, who is the lead of the...
He'll be pretty hard to miss. Remember, there is no pit road exit rule here. Just make sure you don't kill anybody is pretty much the rule.
Yeah, don't LePage the field is the rule.
Yeah, just don't kill anybody. You'll be
they're gonna fly past here on the outside.
Here they come.
Actually, you know what? Crunch might be far enough ahead. He might be able to kind of pull up in front of him and not kill him.
Awesome. Look at that logo in the way.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, what happened to Sharp? Must have not had a great pit exit because he's quite a bit behind those 3.
Yeah, he used to drop down in front of Swamp. There you go, bud. Yeah, sorry. That kind of sucks. If he was up here behind Lewis, he'd be in position for stage points, but he's not.
Right. Do you know how many laps there are remaining?
Yes, sir. Well, I don't know, but I can find out.
Can you do so, please? I would say probably...
Maybe about 10 seconds.
7? Oh, wow. I just saw somebody dying coming out of pit road.
Fun.
That must have just been 7:04.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like they're trying the high side here.
Big run from TJR here. 10 to go. Come to 9.
All right.
That was a big break from Sharp. Because he was able to get to the inside.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll see if the inside can roll here. He's in position for stage points now. K-Bart off the back of this, just out of the draft. That really sucks.
It does. If you're him, if you're in his position, I feel like you would almost have to like maybe drift up the track and see if you can catch any sort of draft. But I think then you run the risk of losing it if you barely have it on the bottom lane here.
Yeah, man, that bottom is strong. That one less car, and it's just hauling.
Right. Well, we saw earlier it was 7 on the top and 3 on the bottom, and that's what it took for them to freight train by. But we'll see if they have enough time to. And I think the guys on top will stick with it to try and win the stage. But
I think they'd be all right if Swamp can stay on the back of Jag here.
Right.
I think he's having a little trouble.
Right.
Kill him and oof. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I think they're gonna drop down. I think they're gonna try and get another run here shortly. If I had to guess.
I would agree with that. Sharp. I'm not sure about that one.
Sharp, you might want to tuck yourself back in there.
Yeah, he's trying to time it where he can move up when they move up, but they're just gonna file inside of him. He's gonna get shuffled back to 10.
Right.
So I wouldn't do that. But
if I was Sharp, I would just stay in 4th right now. That's 2 points and a pretty decent starting spot for the next stage, assuming it finishes in this order. But
he's gonna try to block here.